Ethiopia is undergoing a rapid transformation, and it's being driven largely by a 42-year-old man, a former soldier, elected as Prime Minister less than a year ago. Abiy Ahmed now leads a government that had suppressed dissent for decades, and he's told the BBC that there will be no turning back on the historic changes he has already ushered in since last April. Political prisoners have been released, corruption is finally being confronted, and a long-running conflict with neighbouring Eritrea has come to an end at last. Our Africa editor, Fergal Keane, reports now on Ethiopia's age of change.
They've never seen anything like him. Africa's youngest leader and most daring reformer. Abiy Ahmed emerged from the one-party state, but he's rewriting the script of how leaders behave here.
I'm very happy, really.
It's like a renaissance, this man told me. After decades of political and ethnic division, Abiy Ahmed is promising healing. His pace is relentless. We travelled with him as he sold his vision to villagers, to factory workers, to medical students. You should be part of the reform, he said. Use your words and knowledge, don't fight. The country he took over 9 months ago had thousands of political prisoners. All are now free. A 20-year conflict with neighbouring Eritrea was ended. The presidency, chief justice and half the cabinet posts are allocated to women. Bertukan Medeksa was a political prisoner and exile. Abiy asked her to come home and run elections.
Thousands, if not millions of people paid for, to see this kind of change in this country. To have a former opposition leader, to a former dissident to lead, an institution with, significant independence of action, it means a lot.
But change has opened up challenges. Ethiopia is a complex ethnic mosaic with more than 80 different groups, and clashes between some have led to the displacement of millions. At this displaced camp we met ethnic Somalis who'd fled fighting with their neighbours from the Oromo group. This old woman told us 6 of her 9 grandchildren were killed in the violence.
They slaughtered our men and killed our children, and that is why we came here, looking for peace.
By far the greatest threat is here to the north in Tigray. Under the old authoritarian regime, the minority Tigrayans dominated government. Now dozens of their leaders are accused of human rights abuses and corruption. The Tigrayan elite is feeling threatened.
You cannot take chances in this country, because what we are talking about is a difference between transforming the entire nation and, in fact, spelling disaster. And that's not much of a choice.
Like many reformers before him, Abiy Ahmed is finding that the most dangerous moment for any autocracy is when it starts to change.
Prime Minister, Fergal Keane from BBC. Can I just briefly ask you, sir, are you the man to unite? Are you the man to unite Ethiopia?
Of course I am. No doubt about it.
It was a day for the praise singers, not questioning journalists. But I did catch up with Abiy again. He's a consummate politician. He greeted me with the traditional kiss to the cheek and this invitation to the international community.
Let them come and see us. We're enjoying peace, development, unity in this country. They can come and learn from us how to live together.
And there will be no turning back on your reforms. You're committed. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
From helipad to airport, he's a man making up for lost decades.
You can see the extraordinary popularity of Prime Minister Abiy, and that's right across ethnic groups. But don't underestimate the challenges that he faces in trying to unite a divided country. Fergal Keane, BBC News, Ethiopia.